Alright, Ouroboros gamers, here we are for the latest episode of From the Dust to the Brush. I haven't done this in a little while. I'm pretty excited to do it again. Usually I've just been trying to get the models done and haven't really had a chance to really want to do any kind of experiments or anything like that. But I just got via trade the other day. That's right, a Death Killer War Trike. Now, I don't have the sprays that I want yet, which is, the Wraithbone or whatever it's called. That just came out to be able to hit the orcs the way I really want to. Now, being that that's the case, I did prime this black and then I hit it with Administratum Gray. Did a light layer. One of the reasons I like my orc army, I have bad moons, and one of the, a little bit of a casualty there, transporting him this past weekend for a tournament made it so that he lost his hand. But one of the things I like about the orcs, and the reason that I was okay with picking, via recommendation of my friends, the bad moons, is that I can give that yellow a very dirty feel, like an orc would be, So with that, I'm going to try out today the new contrast paints. I've got the orc flesh there. I am going to try the Eandon yellow. And I'm also going to probably throw some splashes of the Blood Angels red on there, which will also help with my Blood Angels. So. I was told that you need to give it a nice good shake, so we're going to shake. And I'm pretty excited to see how this works. The recommendations I've heard, like I said, is to put it on there in a very, generous sort of way, which hopefully lasts longer than the shades do. But, alright, here we go. Wet my brush up here. Let's see how this starts to go on. Now, hopefully this doesn't take too much on there, but looks like it's going on like Cassandra yellow, which is one of the other shades, washes really. And we're gonna hit this over with yellow. I'll think about where to put reds later. I'm gonna be generous about this because I want to see how effective it can be, and make sure you watch for any kind of pooling. At this stage of the game, we are not trying to be, all that freaking precise with this stuff. It's get it on there, make sure it doesn't pool, and go from there. I love doing my orcs right now. They are very fun. I was talking with some friends about it who are very good at the game, and they were asking me, what I thought and stuff like that about my orcs, and they asked if I was frustrated because I haven't won a game yet, and I told them I wasn't, because I'm learning a brand new army, and learning a brand new army comes down to being able to see the different things that you need to learn, and learning about orcs has been real fun. The only reason I got into them is one of my friends decided that his current career path and time that he has outside of work and pursuing his dreams was that he had to give up 40K for a bit, which makes us sad because he was really fun to play. But I told him anytime he wants to take the orcs for a spin, don't worry, they'll be painted up, and he can take them anytime. So I'm not doing too good at not pulling this, but let's see if I can recover this a bit. I'm very excited about these contrast paints, especially for new people who are just getting into the hobby, or even people who have trouble painting. You can get a pretty solid army paint, from what I've seen, to even go to tournaments and be able to get points for what you're bringing. I'm wiping my brush off here so that I can get rid of as much of the pooling that I'm seeing here, which I'm not liking. But it looks like it's turning yellow pretty good already. So right off the bat, I can say you probably want to use a bit of a drier brush on it. But there we go. Alright, next one, we're going to go with the orc flesh. I love playing with the orcs, like I was saying about my conversation. This orc right here, I love how this guy looks. He's amazing. Alright, so yep, I can already tell you guys, being able to use a bit of a drier brush is going to be something that you need to do. I can already tell just by that alone, this is going to go much better. And like I said, I'm not too concerned about, you know, details as of yet, because I am going to be going through later on with it. This is a pretty detailed model. I hope you guys can see pretty good. It does kind of go on like a shade wash, which is nice. Hopefully it will give me the same consistency that I have with my other orcs here. Looks like I'm not going to be able to show you guys very much in here, so let's hit this quick. Going underneath into his neck and his arm where the power claw is. Having a lot of fun with the orcs, like I was saying. They are just a fun army to have around and to play with, and yeah, I find that they're just competitive enough to hang with just about anything you're gonna get in there. Unless you're in my area, then you know they can't hang. I'll find it. I'm just kidding. I'll find a way. I always do. All right. Well, here we go. That is the initial first layer, and I'm gonna let it dry and I'll come back to it. So let's see what happens. Alright, here we go. I've let that first layer dry a bit. Now again, I have a kind of messy painting style here, so for anybody watching this being like, wow, he's trying to go quick, yeah, that's how I paint, and then I touch up later and go through. But as you can see, it's starting to look pretty good. I'm gonna hit it with another layer of the yellow there, the Andean yellow. Pretty excited about it, and the other work's chilling in the background. Started putting, you know, Armageddon dust in there, and on top of that, I got some of the tufts from the Army Painter undergrowth set. So here we go for round 2 of the yellow. Hopefully it will start to look good. Now, taking my own advice here, I'm going to go in with a bit drier of a brush, and let's see what we can do here with another layer. And that's one thing I haven't really seen as of yet very much, is how many layers people are putting on of this stuff to get it to look what they feel is happy. Or, for that matter, what, you know, better painters are using as well for how many layers they're using. So, if any of you expert painters are out there and you want to comment, feel free to do so. I'm looking forward to this very much. Now again, I'm going, you know, for people who are going to be looking at this being like, you know, what are you doing? What are you doing, Ouroboros? You know, you guys are, you know, it doesn't look clean. It doesn't look crisp. And, you know, if this was my Blood Angels or my Thousand Suns, okay, yeah, I'd be right there with you, you know. But like I said, for my orcs, I go for a very dirty, grimy sort of look. That's how I think that orcs should operate, especially if you read any of the novels there. I recommend Rin's World, I think it is. Shout out to my friend Susie for that one. She plays Crimson Fists, and it was a very fun game when I brought orcs against her. I did not know that they had so many freaking stratagems, though. That was tough. I have a newfound hatred of Tau because I have had to walk into their lines. It's pretty smart, really. Just like an orc. And feel free to comment, guys, too, and ladies, that what your experience has been with the contrast. If you like it, if you don't like it, reasons why you like or don't like it. All right, there we go. Can't wait to show you guys the finished model there. It is looking really good. So that is layer 2, and I look forward to showing you, seeing how it dries. Alright, Ouroboros gamers, here we are with everything dry. Starting to dry brush onto the orcs a little bit here. I had to stop myself. The yellow came out a bit more of a mustard kind of color. I'm a little bit, you know, did you see I gotta touch up some places here? It'll happen. Starting to put some metal onto there. I'm very happy with how the orcs turned out, but the yellow, I'm probably just gonna have to wait to see how the Wraithbone spray works. Like I said, I started to dry brush onto the green of the orcs here. I'm probably just gonna have to hit it with a not Everland, what is the yellow? Uriel yellow for another layer. Maybe do some highlights with the Flash Gets yellow with that to see how it comes out. I'll show pictures on the Ouroboros Facebook page, but here we go, from the dust to the brush. Just to remind you, we used the contrast paint in yellow, and we used the contrast orc flesh. Other colors I use in there, pretty obvious stuff like Lead Belcher, the Armageddon Dust, and then, like I said, the Army Painter, the little tufts of grass, and the underbrush. So far, so good, in my opinion. Can't wait to play this guy this week, and starting a new campaign. Spoiler alert there. But yeah, I'll show you guys the finished product here, and here we go, another episode of From the Dust to the Brush. Have a good night.